Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. It's Thursday. Oh, I'm just getting fucking old, guys. That repipe, man, I was moving on that thing, and boy, it just took the life out of me. My knees, my back, my hands are all swollen and hurting. Hi. So I got a new guest in the guest house. Guys from fucking Jersey. I was like, you from Jersey? I'm from Jersey too. Kid said his dad was in the Navy and he was on the same base I was on. Earl Naval Weapons Station. Pretty cool. Anyways, he's a insurance adjuster for some insurance company. He's down here. He says he works 10-12 hours a day. I probably won't see him. I thought it was he and his wife who were coming. She's not here. Anyways, probably on these days where I have to get the Airbnb ready, probably won't work. I'll just block those days on my schedule and take the whole day off, man. Got some new flowers over there. These are from my old, the last guest. Definitely gonna spruce this place up this weekend. Gonna go buy a bunch of plants at Home Depot or Lowe's. Sometimes Lowe's you can get stuff really cheap, and it's just to, you know, put some flowers on a table, you know, make it look a little nicer. But I'm not gonna go over the top with the Airbnb this time. It's gonna be what it is, a safe place for you to sleep. I'm not gonna put all this frilly vacation shit in there. You know, I'm gonna give you what you get when you go to a fucking hotel, a room. It'll be nicer than that, but you know, I'm not trying to compete with some of these Airbnbs. They're just over the top, you know. It takes a lot of effort to do that, and I'm just not there. I'm not gonna. I did it the first time. I had lawn chairs, beach, all this shit to bring to the beach. You know, I'm not your fucking entertainment director. I'm giving you a fucking place to stay that's a little nicer than a hotel room, easy parking for a fair price. That's the business plan, Mikey, if you're listening. It's very important, guys. The first step in starting a business is truly to come up with a business plan. That's when you sit down and you try to go through as best you can what your plan is on how you're going to start your business. And that includes the fact that nobody's going to be calling you because you're new. Nobody knows you're out there. You have to have a business plan. And I think that, you know, Mikey, it sounds to me like he's throwing in the towel down here for now, in Florida, which, you know, his business plan, if you look at it from the outside, which we're all looking at it from, you know, you can't, you know, if you actually wrote all this shit down, I'm gonna buy I'm gonna spend $100,000 on 2 brand new trucks. I'm gonna put wraps on them. I'm gonna hire a greenhorn and rent a space. I'm gonna fire a guy who knows plumbing. He's been in business for a long time. He's a shithead. He's a thief. He's that business plan was doomed to failure, man. Doomed to failure. Stop it. So anyways, my what I'm saying, guys, is if you are going to start a business, that is very, very tough to do. Especially a service industry in Florida where there are established businesses. You reap what you sow. Speaking of that, it looks like Donald Trump has tapped Matt Gaetz, a guy who is currently under an ethics investigation for being a diddler. He's a diddler. He likes that young punani. What the fuck, man? Seriously? Matt Gaetz for the #1 law enforcement person in the country? You know why he's getting that position? Because he told Donald Trump, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And I'm on board. Let's do it. Let's get all them young girls together and just fucking party like it's fucking 1999. It's scary. But here we are. This is what you guys wanted. Matt Gaetz, the last man in the world that I would nominate for Attorney fucking General. Ugh. Can you imagine the shit that these people are going to get away with? Good Lordy Jesus. God help us. God help us. Any. Tulsi Gabbard. She's going to be the National Intelligence Secretary. Or whatever. Head of National Intelligence. She's a fucking spy, man. For the Russians. I think our country has been infiltrated by Russian spies, man. At the highest level. I don't think I'm the only one who thinks that. I think the Central Intelligence Agency has to be on high alert now that this fucking band of fucking merry misfits is coming into Washington. The fucking border czar that they're putting in place is fucking Looney Tunes. This is what you guys wanted. Here we go. The circus is back in town. Yeah. Yeah, this guy, man, the border czar is fucking out there. This motherfucker might as well be wearing a fucking white hood when he goes before Congress, a fucking robe and a fucking hood. This motherfucker is downright fucking racist. He's the grand poobah of the fucking Ku Klux Klan, I think. Man, I'm just saying. We're in deep shit, man. What did you people do to my country? It's terrible. And Mikey is just ecstatic. So he's looking to dump some vehicles with his rap all over them. Just a dumb business plan. Kind of like voting for Donald Trump. Just fucking dumb. Doomed to failure. Yep. don't know, guys. There is such a deep divide. I mean, we just see things different, man. I mean, Matt Gaetz as Attorney General running the fucking Justice Department? Are you kidding me? That dude's got Botox on the fucking brain, man. Did you see him at the fucking Republican National Convention? His face was all fucking swollen, and one side looked like he had fucking Bell's palsy. We're in deep shit. 4 years of the fucking clown show. They're back. So anyways, I gotta go to this repipe. I'm hoping one of my subscribers, I can't think of his name, maybe I'll do a little hater mail and find his name. He's not a hater. But he said maybe you can just jump on that colt. Maybe they fed the second floor off the top of where they came in for the heater on the first floor. Maybe they just ran that pipe up to the second floor and fed the cold side off of that one pipe, which is a very big, good possibility. So all I need to do is bust a hole, find that T on the water heater on the first floor. If there's a T and the pipe continues on up to the second floor, it's worth the hour and a half it would take to bust that out, cut that pipe, and tie on to that, eliminating the pipe going down under the slab, but tie on to the one continuing up to the second floor. And it's possible that it's just that one pipe feeding the whole second floor, and it'll be one connection, and Johnny will be done with that. Johnny's going to get paid today, and I'm looking forward to that, finishing that up. The first floor is completed. They're putting it back together. They've got people coming in tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so it's imperative that I get it done today. Get them back online. I think that that's going to work, man. I hope. But it's tough because we can't see into walls, you know. And those guys were fucking drinking, you know. I mean, stinking thinking. That's what my mom used to call it, stinking thinking. And unfortunately, it seems like the vast majority of our electorate has stinking thinking. Just a little quick straw poll. How many of you guys out there, even if you voted for Trump, think Matt Gaetz is the man for the #1 law enforcement guy in the country? Just give me a yay or nay. I mean, the guy needs to live 1,000 feet from a fucking school because he's a fucking pedophile. What the fuck, man? It's just fucking wrong. He can't live next to a school, but he can fucking run a goddamn Justice Department. Oh, God, help us. So I'm going to take my ladder in case I have to. That's plan A, tying onto that copper. Plan B would be to go up, just run one pipe upstairs, pop into that water heater, tee off, catch the rest of the house on the cold side. I think it's going to work, man. I'm pretty optimistic about that, but I'm starting to doubt myself, my intuition, my optimism. Really took a blow on so many levels with this election. Doubting myself, man. I mean, I'm really out of step with America. Mikey, cut your ties in Florida right now. Cut your losses. Bring that shit home. Put your fucking license in inactive. Continue to do your continued education. You gotta maintain all of that shit, but keep your license. Fucking just forget about South Carolina or wherever the fuck you went down there. Another great fucking plan. Shit can that. Concentrate on the, nurture the garden you already have that's growing in fucking New York, man. And this fucking 2-hour travel time, man. Traveling to Brooklyn? What the fuck, man? Flatbush Avenue? Come on, man. What the fuck, dude? 2 hours of travel to go do a service call? That means it takes 2 hours to get back. That's a half a fucking day, y'all. Putting them miles on those Mercedes-Benz, man. Stop spending the fucking money before you fucking earn it. That fucking 800 credit score is gonna be fucking you must have some big nuts to crack every month. That's all I'm saying, guy. When I went into business, man, the guy that I worked for, his fucking motto was don't buy it until you can pay for it. And that's what I did. Every time I made a move, I bought a new truck, I bought a new tractor, I bought a fucking generator, I bought whatever the fuck I needed, I paid for it. It was mine. And it served me well not paying interest on everything. Just going there, buying a new truck, Go in there like a big dog with your checkbook and say, listen, man, I want this. Whether it's a truck, a boat, a tractor. Say, listen, man, I'll make this happen right now. But you gotta give me a deal, man. You gotta give me a fucking deal. And sure enough, man, you get $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 taken off the price of shit when you pay cash. So you made a ton of money up front by paying for it, and you're not stuck with 70 or 7 years worth of payments on a fucking vehicle. That shit's like dragging around a fucking big anchor. So everybody's got their own way of doing business. Mikey, he's got a great business, man. I mean, he's got a great shop. It's all stocked, but all of that shit costs money, man. He's got a spending issue, just like my nephew Nate. Gets an idea in his fucking mind, and then he's, it's not gonna work unless I spend fucking $300,000 to make it happen. Wrong. So I don't know what's going to happen to Christian after that video yesterday. Christian may be, saying, I'm out of here, man. This guy's ready to abandon ship, and as soon as he's fucking ready to go, I'm out in the cold. So he's probably going around putting his fucking application in other places because, getting the axe. Christian's a good kid, man, and he's probably got a good deal. He gets paid for a full week and works probably 5, 6, 10 hours, if that. It's all about the business plan. So when I went into business, I took some business courses over at Votech. Talked about all the stuff, and even getting my license was like a business course because of the business portion of the test. About record keeping and payroll, all this shit. But one of the things that I did, there used to be it was free, man. It was this is there I gotta wake up, but it's called Score, and it's something about retired executives. These are people who ran big companies or small companies, and they donate their time to help new people coming into business. And I signed up for that. I had like a mentor from Score, and I had meetings with them. But you gotta have a good business sense going into it, guys. You can't be a goofball, I mean, you gotta have a business sense. And when I was a young kid, I sold weed, so I knew what the fuck was up, Jack. I knew about, keeping the shelves full, I mean, I was very young. This was before I went in the Navy. I think the statute of eliminations is there a group of retired executives called Score that help entrepreneurs? Score, retired executives helping small businessmen and women. Score. This is it, guys. This is a good tech tip for you, man. Some of you may know about it, but it's called Score. Score.org. It's probably backwards. This is from Minnesota, Manatee County in Sarasota. Business mentoring. Looking to start a business? We offer free business mentorship to help you on your journey. Unlock your new business potential with, look it up, guys, Score. It's a great thing, man. These people Score. I did that, man. I did everything I was supposed to do, I'll be honest, I didn't write a business plan up. It was pretty simple in my mind. I was going to continue to do what I did best, which was plumbing, new construction. People had seen me around, builders out working on their jobs, and they knew I did fucking above average work. They just loved me, always coming in on time. Even if I was working for somebody else, they enjoyed working with me. And I'll be honest, it was easy when I started my business, man. I mean, I started my business, I did 250 houses the first year I was in business. I put the plumbing in. It was easy. And I'm a pretty good salesman. I'm a pretty good talker. And I'm personable, I like it. And I would go in and I'd secure these contracts, man. I learned how to estimate from an old guy. And it was the direct cost method of estimating. And basically what you had to do was figure out how much it's going to cost you to do that job. How much you have to pay to get that job done. If you had to pay somebody to do everything involved with that job. And once you can arrive at that figure and it's accurate, and it's all about accuracy, man. You can't be winging it. I see some of these guys, they're like, oh, I charge $500 a fixture. Really? That's great if the fixtures are all right beside each other, but what if one's way the fuck out in the back of the house, So I came up with my own estimating program on a spreadsheet. And I'd open the plan up and I'd start out at rough end stage and I'd just draw the system in. I had my little measurer. I'd measure the pipe. I'd fill in all the fucking prompts. 1.5-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe, 3-inch pipe, 4-inch pipe. Just a laundry list of everything that goes in, down to the fucking screws, man. That I'd need to finish this job. So it was an accurate direct cost method, and then I would add on my overhead, my profit, and I did well, man. I went from making, I think I was making $15 or $17 an hour to making a lot of fucking money. A lot, man. And it's easy to spend, but I lived like I was on fucking welfare, man. Because I was afraid of what the unexpected, what was coming that I didn't fucking see, you know? Unexpected. So I'm sitting on literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in my business checking account, and Bank of America calls me up and they're like, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? We only fucking insure this shit for up to like 200,000 or something. You gotta do something with all this fucking money. And I said, well, they said you need to take half of it, put it in the stock market. I was like, okay, so the question is, do I want to do that? And I asked myself, do you know anything about the stock market? And I said, hell fucking no. I don't know anything. All it sounds like is like gambling to me. And Johnny ain't no gambler. So what I did was I took my money, and back then interest rates 97, 98, 99, interest rates were pretty high. Yeah, 7-8%. I put my money in 7-day CDs, man. 7 days. That's all I tied it up for. No 1 year CDs, 6 months, 3 months, 7 days. Every 7 days it would roll over. I'd get a statement saying how much I made, and that's how I did it, man. It was still liquid. I didn't have to wait. There were no penalties. All I had to do was wait 7 days and I could take my money out or tell them don't renew this CD. It's about being cautious. It's about planning for the unexpected. And after I, got confident in business and had a good idea of what was coming, I'd gone through a few cycles, 3, 4, 5 cycles every year. I knew what it took to run a business. There were no more surprises. So Johnny started buying fucking boats, Jackson. Yeah, brand motherfucking new. And that came in handy again. My practice of paying cash for what I buy. And I bought a Grady White boat, 220 Seafarer 228. It was like $68,000 at a boat show. It was tricked out, had a fucking hard top, all the bells and whistles, just everything. 68,000 was the price tag on it. The very last day of the fucking boat show, I told the guy, I said, I got a check here for $50,000 for that boat right now. I'll buy it off you cash. And he fucking took it. He took it. And I bought my first boat, Jack. Not my first boat, but my first real boat, Then I did the same thing again, man. A few years later, 2004, I bought myself a 20-foot Bay Scout, brand new from the same boat Cannons Marina. 25,000 out the door. Saved probably 6,000-7,000 on that boat. And then a year later, or maybe the same year, I bought a brand new fucking truck, a brand new Mustang, and a brand new fucking Carolina. Not a Carolina. Bought a flats boat. That one was 25 grand too. But pay cash, guys. Sometimes when you're starting out, you gotta borrow money to get things moving. I mean, I started my business with $35,000 cash. My mom gave me a loan, and put $5,000 down on a brand new work truck. F-350, not a Super Duty, just a Ford F-350 before they did the body style change, the old square ones. Put 11-foot utility body on it, nap hide. Got the rack put on the top. And within a year, I paid off that loan. Because I had a lot of money. I was making money, man. Doing what I knew how to do. In an area that I... Here they come. Good morning, you fucking dumb motherfucker. Matt Gates for president. Yeah. A man of the pedophiles. Yes. Anyways. Go slow in business. Things don't happen overnight. For me, it was, it happened very quick, but if starting a service business takes time, there are ways to ease into that. Get in touch with like a landlord's association. Go sit at a couple of their meetings, pass out their business cards. Your business cards to these people. Management companies, which I don't work for at all. They trying to push you around and start dictating to you what you need to do, and I'm just not about that. You can kiss my ass. You can go push somebody else around. But if you're trying to start a business, just know going into it, it takes time. But there are ways around that. Get into some management companies. And if you're good at what you do and the price is right, they'll give you the work, man. They like dealing with small companies. Unfortunately, because they like to push you around, and they do better with you, When they call a big company, when their back's to the wall and they need a plumber, and they call somebody who's got 75 or 100 trucks, you get what we give you. And that's it. So anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. I got to get moving. I'm going to take a shower. I hit the spa last night. This place is looking pretty good. I did put my fence up over there to keep my dogs away from that spot. But they can easily open that gate and access the pool. It's a nice little boundary from my space and their space. And it's, on my Airbnb thing, it's a shared space, man. This is my house. So I'm hoping this guy, he's one of them that just keeps the curtain closed all the time. I don't want to hang around with him. Just being honest, man. If he was a beautiful woman, I'd be over there. Hey, baby, can I cook you some dinner? Let's have a cookout. I'm just kidding, man. Alright, I hope somebody learned something today. Me and my fucking ramble on. You ever hear that song? Let's do ramble on. Oh, I can't. They'll give me a fucking strike. My eyes stuck. Yep. Great Led Zeppelin song, Ramble On. Check out Score, guys. Check out Score. They're everywhere. It's retired executives. And they'll pair you with somebody, that it's going to be a good match for you. And if you go in there and you don't have a good feeling about the person that you're talking to, just say, hey, I want to try somebody else. You know what I mean? If they're retired contractors, they're retired executives, people who ran big Fortune 500 companies. Make sure you got the right person, but just sit there and let them talk. Don't say anything. Just shut the fuck up and take notes. Johnny likes to dominate the conversation, but you never learned anything while you were fucking running your goddamn mouth. Anyways, have a great day, guys.